All right, guys, here we are for the SZR After Work Party. Advanced category 690 to 1,000. 36 advanced riders in the pen. So far, we're doing Castle Crit. Oh, this is a rough one. Uphill, downhill, uphill, downhill. And I think we're doing, 5 laps of this uphill, downhill, with one of the worst lead-ins in all of Zwift. We're gonna come out of this pen, turn right, hit a super steep pitch, flattens out just a bit, and then the climb, the Castle Crit climb. And then we start to get into our 5 loops. So these SZ racing races are very fast, usually. I expect nothing less today. Let's see how we do. And here we go again. Whew. Here's that pitch. Just want to be with the group. Here we go. Whew. Yikes. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Breathe. Oh boy. This is going to be lively. For lots of laps. Okay. All right. One lap done. 4 to go. Eeh. Okay. Just riding with the group. All right. Going fast downhill. Whew. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, 10K in, Almost. 9K to go. A little less. Breathe. Okay. All right. Just hanging on today, guys. Not a lot to say. Just very tired. Whew. Okay. Okay. Two more hills. There we go. There we go. Okay. Last lap. Okay. Looks like it's all coming down to the uphill. One more hill. Oh, this has been rough. Just surviving. Definitely not thriving right now. Surviving. Oh God. Oh. Come on. Okay. Very tough course. $342 watts, 4.2 watts per kilo for 26 minutes. 26 minutes even. 9 seconds back of the lead. Not surprising to see Hug, Nielsen, BN, etc. up at the top. BN, really good, efficient work today. Clearly saving it for the end. And when you have that kind of fitness, you can do that stuff. For the rest of us, that 4.2 represents a lot of work just to be in the pack. And you can see it was already sprint numbers up the final climb, which then the top guys held around the corner for another 400 meters to the finish, which is just wild. It's so wild that they have that at their disposal. I just tried to get up over that hill with the majority of the group, which I did. I didn't get dropped, but I didn't do myself any favors after that to the finish either. So 26 minutes total, 4.2 watts per kilo. My 20 minute is 4.2 watts per kilo as well. 5 minute, 4.5, 1 minute, 6.1, and 15 seconds, 7.6. So at no point for 15 seconds was I engaged in a full-on sprint, and nowhere was that more evident than at the finish after climbing in the orange numbers and then still having 400 meters to go to the finish. Oh my God, that was just a lot. I had to sit with like 200 meters to go because I was just blown up. And then I just tried to keep power on the pedals to the finish and didn't have enough to get by Broberg, the mayor of Broberg. He broed it up across that line, and I could not get past him again at the finish. Oh, so we'd never, ever, ever get the finish that we want. We get the finish we've earned. We get the finish we deserve. And this is what I deserve. This is what I deserve. So, holy moly. What? Just what a wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was a lot. Feeling pretty good about it though. Feeling pretty good about it. What is this, day 44? Right? I think, maybe? Let's see. I think it's day 44. Let's. Yeah, day 44. Day 44 straight of racing. 44 straight days of punishment, excitement, pain, peaks and valleys. Ugh. Breakfast coming back up. I gotta tell you, I mean, 16 out of 40 something that started. I think that's okay for today. Yeah, 40 people. 16th out of 40, assuming everybody finished the race. And you know, you never know. You never know how many people quit. But yeah, for me, that's a pretty decent day right there. We'll take it. Oh, tomorrow, today is Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. Tiny races. How fitting that on Saturday, 45 days straight, culminating in another tiny race series. That is just wild. Wild. Guys, these things, you know, wax and wane, but I'm pretty sure we just crossed the 500 subscriber threshold. 500! Holy moly. I am humbled by this. I'm excited by this. Keeps me motivated, keeps me accountable, keeps me wanting to keep going. I'm having awesome conversations with you guys in the comment section, and I'm just very humbled and grateful that there are 500 people subscribing to this channel, and it's starting to get more views, and I'm just very appreciative. Appreciative of your time, appreciative of your support, appreciative of your commentary and your criticisms. I'm taking on all the constructive criticism. A lot of you have had great ideas. And, you know, in life, you got a few choices you can make. You know, if somebody presents something that's a contrarian view to yours, I feel like the most narrow thing you can do is just outright reject it. So instead, I've always found, hear a person out. And if I don't quite understand what they're saying, I'll ask them more questions. And once I feel the other person has articulated their side to the best that it can be articulated, then it's up to me to make one of two decisions. And one of those decisions is, nah, I heard everything you have to say and I'm going to continue to go about it my way. And that happens sometimes. And the other thing you can do is just kind of get outside yourself and your ego and go, never really thought of it that way. And then you can decide how much of it you want to adopt or what you want to change or whatever it is. But you know, I don't care if it is your first day on Zwift or you are a Zwift pro and expert. I am confident I have something to learn from every single person on here. Somebody has knowledge that I don't yet have. Somebody has a strategy that I have not yet tried. Somebody has ideas that I don't have. So I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff in the commentary. You know, you can criticize me, you can call me out, do whatever you want as long as you do it respectfully. And that just adds to the discourse and just the general knowledge of everybody on Zwift. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to rip each other's legs off respectfully, learn as we go, apply what we've learned as we continue to move forward. I feel like that's what it's all about. Having a ton of fun on the way. And the fun is in the suffering. It can be hard, and it can be fun, and those aren't mutually exclusive things. The fun is in the struggle. The fun is in digging into the pain and testing yourself, overcoming the adversity that is Zwift, overcoming this 8% gradient right here. Oh gosh, this was a moment. Each lap, this was a moment right here. Because you just had to send it with the rest of the group. And then you had to get over this hump at 8%, stay on the pedals long enough to get the bike up to speed over 40 kilometers an hour again, to then have any hope of drafting. And this finish is so tricky because it gets flat right here, which is, you know, all fine and good. And you get just a couple of seconds of reprieve at speed. And then what you'll notice, you come around this corner here, and you're like, oh yeah, it's okay. But then right here, this little bit right there rises 1%, 2%, 3%. It's not even that noticeable in a race, but it's there, 2%. And then it kicks again right here up to like 4. Boom. And then holds. A little downhill, and then here, flattens out. With a little rise to the finish. So it's hard to perceive that and feel it, even with 100% trainer difficulty in the race, but it's there. There is some more elevation to be gained slightly, but it's resistance in Zwift, and you've got to push against it to get through that finish line. Then you got that little 1-2% here, but by the time you get here, the group's moving well enough that you can just kind of sustain the speed. And then whatever recovery you have, or you thought you had, you have to employ again through here. And mostly you can draft onto the group and pretty much just stay on wheels, spinning nice and strong through this section. Even though it's 3%, the group usually has enough speed. And then it comes down just a touch. Back to that 3%, 4%. And then right here, things start to slow down with the group. And this is generally where you've got to get on the pedals a bit for this sustained 4% as you come up and over 5%. And that slows everything down. And that gets you to the top. At which point you can kind of glide with the group. And there's just a little bit of elevation or gradient left. Kind of come down to this trough with the group, and then you push a little bit through here as it rises back up. 2-3%. And then pretty much flattens out from here to the downhill, and then rinse and repeat. Woof. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, thanks for leaving comments. I really, really, truly appreciate it. And I hope you're finding these videos entertaining. I hope you're finding them valuable. I hope it helps you with your course recon and helps you think about how you're racing. And you can watch some of my good decisions, which are few and far between, and you can watch some of my bad decisions, which are pretty frequent. And then you can get a sense of what you want to do yourself. 9 times out of 10, whatever I do, just do the opposite. And it should work out. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna take this long downhill here, and I'm gonna just let the legs spin out, and I'm gonna save you from having to watch all of that. But assuming I can get some good recovery between today and tomorrow, you will see me for the 45th day in a row on the Tiny Races. One of my least and most favorite race series each week. So we'll see how I'm able to stack up against a packed field at that 10 a.m. Central US time start on Saturdays for the Tinies. That is a very highly impacted and fast start pen. I believe it's 10 o'clock. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks again. I'm just going to pedal it out. So, for now, that's all from me.